Hi, everybody, and welcome to Team Dinner. My name is Jack Maloney, and my guest today is Michael Petrigno.
Pleasure to be here.
Mike, thanks for being here. And we are eating Lone Star Taco Bar today from the Cambridge Street location. Whole bunch of tacos and some other stuff too. So we'll pick at that. And Mike, I'm going to ask you first question I like to start people off with is, we are almost 4 months into 2025. What is the best meal you've had this year?
Best meal I've had this year. Let's see. There's a lot of them. Honestly, Comfort Kitchen in Dorchester is phenomenal. And I just had the Crying Tiger in Malden last week. Big Thai guy. That food was amazing. Probably the best Thai food I've had. And I don't know. It's tough to choose that. I'm out to eat 2 times a day sometimes.
Yeah.
So I find a lot of great places.
Yeah. That I want to talk about this, but since you bring it up, what is your weekly average for eating out? Because you are prolific.
Yeah.
I mean, you are, as people would say, as the kids would say, you are outside.
I am outside.
You are outside, and you are eating, and you are documenting it. Yeah. What on a given week? How many meals out are you eating?
Anywhere from 6 to 8.
Yeah. So that's lunches on the weekends and dinner. And
Yeah, so I work during the week, so it's tough for me to do breakfast or lunch unless I do a in the city lunch break video.
Right.
But on the weekends is where I really stack up my content. I'll try to do like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, maybe 2 lunches even on a Saturday. Go to like Worcester or Lowell, somewhere that I can't normally get to on a weekday.
Yeah.
Try to bang out as much content as I can. Right now I got 14 videos in the vault.
Wow.
So I post once a day, so that's 2 weeks of content.
Does that vault ever get low?
It was low like a week ago. I was down to like 8 videos. So last week I was like, shit, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I went to Worcester, did 3 videos on Monday. I was like bloated. I was up for
Yeah. I appreciate it. I know I see you. You recently were. I think you took a break and you were in the gym for. You said,
I do that. I'm in the gym every day. Anyways,
Yeah.
people don't actually realize that. But I run 3 miles a day because
wow.
the amount of food I eat. I mean,
Yeah.
I would be huge if I didn't.
Yeah.
But like once I catch myself getting a little too hefty, I'll take a step back. I'll start doing like some healthier foods, like go to like plant-based places.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, vegan spots and just salad bars and stuff like that. Do those reviews. Drop like the last 4 or 5 weeks, I dropped 12 pounds.
Wow.
So now I'm back to eating how I eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was good for me. Something's coming up.
Well, I listen. I appreciate your dedication. I think a lot of people out there. I think your followers obviously appreciate you sacrificing for everyone. Cool. Well, let's. I'd love to talk about. I think you've been doing this. Formally for about 6 years now.
Yeah.
Is that right? I'd love to just kind of talk about. If we can go back in time a little bit, how it started, what you were doing. I think that moment when the camera turns around on you is always an interesting story for people. So I'd love to hear a little bit about that.
I started the blog on January 15, 2019. Just spur of the moment. I was at the 110 Grill in Saugus. And I was out to eat a lot at that time, just going because when I grew up, I was in an Italian family. My mother and my father, they didn't like Indian food and Chinese food and all this different kind of food. So when I got a little older and I could go out on my own, I started exploring all these different places. Yeah. So eating and trying new cuisines just became a hobby for me.
Yeah.
So after so many meals of just going out and putting it on my Snapchat, I was like, I should make a food blog.
Yeah.
So I was at the 110 Grill. I seen the nachos come out. They were Instagram savvy is what you would say. Beautiful plate of nachos. Took a picture of it. And just came up with the name, What Did You Eat Today, Sir, on the spot. Yeah. Posted it. It was just, the caption was just what I ate. There was no review or anything like that. As time went on, I started doing the reviews in the caption. About 4 years later, is when I started doing the voiceover videos. Yeah. I wanted to change it up. I saw other people doing voiceovers and everything was just, this is a must try. You got to try this. You got to do that. And my captions were never like that. I would be honest as I am in the videos. So I was like, if I do the voiceovers, my Riviera accent, the honesty, the comedy, probably hit a little bit. So when I started doing the videos, I was at about 6,200 followers. That was 2 years ago. Now I'm at 60,000.
Yeah.
All organically.
Yeah. So I mean, when you started, reels weren't even a thing, right? Were they?
They were just starting to come out like that.
Yeah.
All the food bloggers were just doing pictures, and then they started getting into the reels. So I was a little late on it. I wish I got onto the reels a little earlier.
Yeah, hey, it all worked out,
right?
It
all works. It's working out.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's funny. So it's funny you say that because I grew up in Cambridge. My parents were not eaters at all.
Yeah.
And kind of like what you were saying is that we just had 3 restaurants we would eat at, and like that was kind of it. We would go out, but we were eating just generally like American food.
Yeah, exactly. You get burgers, Italian food. If you go to Chinese, it's spare ribs and crab rangoons.
Right, exactly.
And I ain't eating a vermicelli. You know?
Yeah. and then I went to college, and I remember there was a couple kids I met early who were from New York City who had been exposed to like, everything, right?
Yeah.
Like it's New York. I think it's very easy to be exposed to everything, and they were like horrified at how, like, I don't think I'd ever eaten sushi. I don't like Mexican was probably like the most exotic thing I'd ever.
Bell.
Yeah, exactly. And I do think there is that moment when you come from a maybe non-adventurous food family that you have this like, oh my God, look, this is amazing. And it's like, I almost feel like I appreciate it more, or I certainly did at the time, than someone who maybe was eating like an incredibly diverse menu as a...
Like even my mother, she's not like a big eater like that. So now that I do the food blog, I take her out with me. I'll take her to a Thai spot, a Mexican spot, food that she was never eaten before, and she's like wowed by it.
Yeah.
Like, wow, what have I been missing my whole life?
I love it.
And I mean, Big Frank too, the big fat guy in my videos.
Yeah.
The guy only ate burgers and meatball sandwiches before he was with me. Now he's fucking eating everything.
Loving it. That's great. That's great. All right, so we're gonna say Comfort Kitchen and Crying Tiger, right?
And Via Canuccia. Probably the best Italian in the city, next to Carmelina's.
All right. So those are 3 good meals, or great meals, let's say, of 2025.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that is helpful context. I guess a question. So you are, I'd like to talk about, because I think you are. What would you consider like your domain, or I know you're in Lynn a lot, you're in Revere, do you consider yourself like North Shore through and through? Do you consider? I have to ask the question. I know you're a
Beachmont beef, rest in peace.
You're a beef aficionado, I would say.
Yeah, big beef guy.
So would you say like where is your kind of comfort zone from, or your sweet spot from a dining perspective? Where do you feel like the most?
Honestly, like everywhere now.
Yeah?
Like anywhere I go, I just feel comfortable going in and eating.
Yeah.
And trying the different foods. But I mean, Lynn is like, everyone knows me in Lynn.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really getting to the point where no matter where I go, anywhere around the North Shore at least, people know who I was in Quincy a couple weeks ago. I went to Le Madeleine, another restaurant that might be included as one of the best meals I've had this year. And the chef's an award-winning chef. He came out the back and shook my hand. He's like, I love your content, blah, blah, blah. He sent out mad food and took care of the whole bill.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. I didn't expect that.
That's awesome.
Like, I go to a lot of places expecting to pay, and they just toss me food.
That's the dream.
That's the best. It's better than that.
That I love that. So then, all right. So then that kind of dovetails into my next question, which is, if we take Boston out of it, what are like maybe the top 3 cities or towns in and around Greater Boston that you think are making the best food?
Danvers, possibly Peabody, and honestly, maybe Lynn.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I really haven't got around to Lawrence and Lowell, and Haverhill has a really good food scene. There's really not that many that don't have a good food scene. There's so much good food around that we're spoiled up here. You don't really realize. I was down in Florida. I probably had 1 good meal out of 12 meals I had. We're spoiled up here.
I agree. But
Danvers has a lot of good food.
Maybe I'm not. What's your favorite Danvers restaurant?
9 Elm, my favorite restaurant.
Yeah. All right.
But 9 Elm's amazing. The Modern Butcher's over in Danvers. They have roast beef is incredible, but you can only get it on Saturdays. But even if you go during the week, they have these sandwiches of the day. Every day it's something different. I never had one because it's only during work hours and I work during the week. But they look insane. Yeah. Danvers just got so many good spots. Blue Calm is another great spot. There's a Thai spot. I can't even pronounce the name, but I'm going there next week. It's like Swasadi or something like that. I don't even know. Yeah, all right, Danvers. So I know. So Modern Butcher is that's very, how do we say, viral, right? Yeah. People love posting the line. Yeah. I don't wait in that line. Yeah. How often are you going there? Is that's your favorite? I've only been twice. Is that your favorite roast beef? Yeah. Nothing beats that. Yeah. But besides that, Bella's is my favorite. North Andover. I love that. I saw you post. Are you? What are your thoughts on people like? So the 3-way, everyone knows the 3-way, right? Like, what are your thoughts on people making like
variations fancy? You know, people put like different sauces on. Different. Are you a traditionalist?
I like the idea because the way the beef game has been evolving over the years is insane, and a lot of it has to do with Andy Ferg, the man who started North Shore Beefs. Like the way that he like Beef Madness and these T-shirts and everything. Like he really took the beef. Like, he's helping the beef game just evolve.
Yeah.
And beef shops are like really stepping up their shit.
Yeah.
Like I go to a shop that wasn't even that good a couple of years ago, and now they're like their beefs look top tier.
Yeah.
So the beef game is evolving. I don't mind the changing up. Once in a while, I'll do a Greek beef.
Yeah.
I started putting horseradish on the beef. That really makes it a lot better. I think.
Oh wow. All right.
Nothing beats a 3-way.
Yeah. It's it's funny. I think I probably had like 5 or 10 3-ways that were not that good before I had one that was really good. You know, it's almost like I kind of liken it to like pizza in New York City, whereas like there's some of the best pizza in the world, or the best pizza in the world you could say in New York City, but there's also like a ton of mediocre, right?
Yeah,
That's also
definitely.
there because it attracts or like Italian food in the North End, right? There's great Italian food. There's also a lot of like super mediocre talent because like tourists go there and they can sustain themselves.
Yeah.
And so I did kind of wonder if like I was just getting like I was going to like bad places, you know, when I was a kid, and then I had one that was really good, and I was like, okay, I understand.
Yeah. Most of beef games now, like most of the beef spots nowadays, they're serving good beefs.
Yeah.
And if you join North Shore Beefs on Facebook, you'll see where all the great spots are.
Yeah. Yeah. I see people like from other states, like bloggers from other places that come and they're like, I gotta try the
it's getting viral.
It wasn't used to be like that, right?
No,
That's
never.
a new thing.
It was really just North Shore. I mean, it
Yeah.
still kind of is, but like it's starting to branch out a little more. Like there's a
Okay.
great spot up in Portsmouth, New Hampshire that serves a killer beef.
Huh.
Haps, great spot. Great bathroom too.
I gotta. So here's a question for you. I live in Medford, kind of Medford Malden line.
Yep.
Where's my closest? Where is the closest or near there 3-way approved? So the place I've gotten it, which I thought was pretty good, but I'm not an expert, is Glenn's.
In Revere?
Yeah. I thought that was pretty good.
I like Glenn's.
But is there one within 20 minutes from me? Let's say.
How far is Stoneham from Med? It's not that far.
No,
right?
not far. 20
Yeah,
minutes.
so Royals is good in Stoneham.
Okay.
I just had them a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
They were really good.
Yeah, I know. I think I know exactly where that is.
Yeah.
Okay. Royals.
Yeah, Royals is good.
Royals and Stoneham. All right.
But you're not too far from Burlington either, right?
No.
Nick's in Burlington makes a fucking great beef.
Okay.
Pizza Woburn, another one.
Pizza and Woburn. They're all. I think Stoneham's the closest. It just depends on like how on the highway if the traffic is shitty or not.
True.
All right. Cool. I love the evolution of the beef, and then how about I know your opinion, but I think I know your opinion, but we've had people on who've talked about there's clam chowder people love and lobster rolls and South Shore Bar.
South Shore Bar Pizza.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Not a fan.
So yeah, how do you? What is it about South Shore Bar Pizza that you're not a fan of?
I don't like Greek pizza in general, and it's kind of just like a small, personalized Greek pizza. Now,
Yeah.
I've only had 2 of them. I know the South Shore people, they come at me every time I say this kind of shit. I've had Linwood, and I thought it was decent. I thought it was all right. I had Town Spa, and it tasted like a Celeste pizza.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't good.
Town Spa, I think, isn't that kind of historically
It's like the
one?
historical one,
Yeah.
but I guess they fell off over time.
Ah.
But I'm not giving up on it, so I'm going to go down there. I'm friends with one of my, Brian Daly he used to be with another group, but he's like a big South Shore Bar Pizza, so I'm going to link up with him again soon. We're going to go to Poopsies, he said, and one other place, I forget.
Yeah.
But I trust him because he took me to Linwood's, and that was the best one I've had so far.
Yeah, it's funny. They do taste a little bit like Celeste pizza.
It is. It's frozen pizza.
When they're not good, yeah. The other one that people talk about a lot, I think, is that Cape Cod from Brockton.
I've heard they were good too.
But I don't know. I know they have a pretty big frozen pizza. I see them in the Stop and Shop.
Yeah.
All right. So then here's a question then. If we are ranking regional cuisine, and let's put a beef, steak tips, clam chowder, lobster roll, and a South Shore Bar Pizza. So 5 items.
Well, the pizza's at the bottom.
So pizza's at 5.
I'm putting the beef number 1.
Beef at 1. All right, so beef at 1, and then we got the 3 in the middle.
I don't know. It's tough to beat a good steak tip. But honestly, I'd probably put the lobster roll above the steak tip.
All right, so we're going...
Nothing like a nice lobster roll on a hot summer day.
It's true. So we're doing the 3-way, the lobster roll,
Yeah.
the
Cold
steak
lobster roll. I like it better with the mayo.
cold, crisp lobster roll,
Yep.
a
Then the steak tip.
steak tip,
Then I'll go
clam chowder,
Yeah.
and then the
then
poor
the
pizza at the bottom.
I put Taco Bell above the pizza.
Oh man,
So sure people are gonna kill me.
I can see the comments. No.
I'm a northern until I die.
All right, so a couple more questions. I gotta. So I'd be remiss if I didn't ask. The Celtics, at the time of this recording, are up 2-0. I believe you are a season ticket holder.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. So you are a big Celtics fan. I got a question. You're at the Garden. You're starving. Do you have a go-to Garden meal?
Honestly, I'll starve myself.
Yeah?
I'm not paying those prices. But
Yeah, that's true.
if I do have to get one, I guess I just go in a sausage.
Yeah.
Italian sausage with a pretzel on the side.
Yeah, they are. I'll admit, I had a burger this year. It was.
They have been stepping up in the concession games. So, you know?
I'm not. It was like, I was shocked. It was like $20 for burger fries, but it was like legitimately, I thought, like a good burger for what and they gave like.
They have gone a lot better over the years.
And the thing I like too was it's a crazy charge, but the kid, it was like Five Guys. They like dumped the fries, on like had this mountain of fries on the burger. So I was like, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
At least you're trying, right?
Yeah, I mean, they should put like a Tasty Burger or a Shake Shack or something in the Garden.
I know.
The Five Guys should be great.
I remember
the Five Guys Garden prices would be like $30 a burger.
Yeah,
it's already like $15.
Yeah.
But I love Five Guys.
I do too. Is Five Guys your favorite chain burger?
It could be, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Near me, I have like equidistant of Five Guys and a Shake Shack. And I
like Shake Shack too, but I don't know. Something about Five Guys.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a guilty pleasure.
I agree that.
I try not to eat the chain foods, but once in a while I gotta get a Five Guys burger.
I do too. Do you not eat chain foods because like on principle? Because
not necessarily. I just like to support small businesses.
Too. Yeah.
You know.
I agree. I think that's good.
Yeah.
I have recently prioritized like the way I think about it, right, is like if I go to a chain restaurant, every dollar I spent, 10 cents, 15 cents stays in the community, right? And the majority of it goes somewhere else, right? That company's headquartered in New York or California or something. Yeah. Whereas like if you spend $1 at a mom and pop, all that money is here, right? For the most part.
Yeah, it's helping feed their family.
Yeah, and so I feel the same way. I feel, and I've been increasingly feeling like guilty.
Yeah, in today's world, it's a corporate world. I mean, these places are shutting down left and right.
Yeah.
So it's tough. I try to always buy local, support local.
I agree. I think that's good. I think that's all kind of like the theme of your page, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You don't even see me like really in Boston. Like I try to stay, because there's so much good food outside of Boston. Yeah. And people always think like you got to go in the city. Like people think the North End is the best for Italian. Like I got a Rossetti's in Lynn right around the corner from my house, which is probably better than 99% of the North End joints.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just the yuppies that really think that like the North End, the best place for the Italian food. Not anymore.
Yeah, I know, and and I think Boston is it really has been corporatized, right? Like the North End kind of does. It appears that there's still some independence, but like it's not really the case, right? And then you have larger restaurant groups, and then you go out to Back Bay. It's like you can't. A mom and pop can't open a restaurant there.
It's like $10,000 a month.
Yeah, and then to get a liquor license, you're paying on another $500,000 to try and get a license.
Yeah, it's insane. That's it's literally like the way the world is going. There's going to be no middle class soon. It's going to just be rich and poor.
I agree. I do agree.
That's a big thing I like about Winthrop too. Winthrop, there's no chain restaurants in Winthrop. They used to have a McDonald's. They kicked them out.
They kicked them out.
It's all independent shops in Winthrop.
I like that.
Yeah, I love that idea.
I like that. I like the other thing you see sometimes is like when a town has like a signage rule, right? So there's like a Dunkin' Donuts in there, but like they have like this like old New England pretty sign because they can't put up like their normal sign.
Yeah, Winthrop's like that. Nice old town.
All right, let's give some credit to Winthrop then.
And they got Belle Isle.
I haven't been there.
You've never been to Belle Isle?
No.
Wow.
Tell me about it.
Anthony Bourdain used to rave about it too.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of the best like seafood restaurants in the state.
Get out of here.
And they got outdoor seating right by the airport. You see the planes taking off, coming back in. They also have Jack's Breakfast out there, which no one knows about. It's they stick to their roots. It's like $9 for a hungry man.
I love
the food
that.
is fucking phenomenal. Am I allowed to swear on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no rules.
Sometimes you have to like really emphasize how good something is. And Jack's is amazing. Like no one knows about it. They don't have Instagram. They don't do any of that social media shit. But their food is phenomenal.
Just breakfast?
They do breakfast to lunch.
Cool.
You know how much a Reuben sandwich is with a bag of chips? $6.
Oh, God bless. A margin on
They
that.
don't fucking raise the price at all.
Oh, I love that.
Nice
All
little
right.
family joint.
I'm adding that to my list.
Yeah, Winthrop got some good ones.
All right. I'm going to reference my questions here.
Make
Make sure oh, actually, here, I got another a non-food related but a sports related question for you as a Celtics fan. So we have been, I think, very lucky as fans the last 20, 25 years.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have a single favorite championship team across all major sports?
Probably the '08 Celtics.
Yeah.
I was a kid at that time.
Yeah.
I was there when they won it. My stepfather had season tickets too.
Cool.
So I was in the balcony watching them win that. And Ray Allen was one of my favorite players in the league. So when he came to the Celtics, that was awesome. And just that whole team from top to bottom, the bench, everything was amazing.
Yeah.
So.
It's funny. I love that. I had a feeling that was going to be what you said, just assuming that was as a season ticket holder, that obviously had to be a big one, right?
Yeah. I mean, I also grew up a Yankee fan. But the '04 Red Sox, looking back on it, that was a fucking unbelievable team.
That was, It's for me, it's the same thing, right? I was a kid I was in high school when Brady won the first one in '01, and I was 18 when the Red Sox won. And like when you're a kid, like it means a lot, right? Like, your world is very small.
Hell yeah.
And you do not have a lot of things going on. And like now with when the Celtics won last year, it's amazing and I appreciate it. But like it shouldn't really hit the same. When you're a kid, you have school and like sports.
Yeah.
And like, that's it, right? In your
Exactly.
family. So I do think that those early teams, like I just don't know how you ever top that.
I mean, I love the team we have right now. It feels like I wasn't around the fucking Larry Bird days.
Yeah.
But when I watch the documentaries, like the sense of the team that it was just incredible.
Yeah.
The way they were just built.
Yeah.
The selflessness. It was like everyone just played team ball. That's what this team is right now. I love watching this team play.
It's true.
Jason Tatum's amazing, but he'll sacrifice his points and just rebound and just distribute the ball all night.
All right. So now I'm gonna ask. I got a lot of questions for you because again, you are definitely the most well-traveled person we've had on this show. So I got a lot of questions. I value your experience a lot because the proof is in the pudding.
Well, you
right?
had Alana on it. Alana does a lot of traveling. I like Alana's page.
She's amazing. She was great. She does a lot of. She was like very. She goes like. Her New England knowledge is incredible.
Exactly. That's
right?
why I follow her.
She lived in
a great
Burlington. She spent a lot of time in New Hampshire. She goes up to Maine a lot. She had amazing recommendations.
One person told me about her in Burlington.
Yeah.
Like, she was like, "Oh, you're from Boston? You know this girl?" Yeah, I follow her.
Yeah.
Burlington's great food scene.
She said that was her most underrated New England food city.
As far as I've been,
Yeah.
I thought Burlington. I didn't know what it was gonna be. Dave
Yeah.
Saw Chicken sent me up there because I do some stuff with them. So I went up there and I was like blown away. Everything I had.
What was the best meal you had?
Pizzeria Ida.
Okay.
Best pizza I've had.
Best pizza you've ever had?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. All right. Pizzeria Ida, Burlington, Vermont. Is your answer for most underrated New England food city?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
I mean, I only spent 2 days there, but in the 2 days, I ate really good food.
You ate well.
Hen of the Wood, another great spot.
Yeah.
Four Corners of the Earth,
Yep.
another great spot.
She mentioned that one.
Cafe Hut, great spot.
Yeah.
A lot of good ones up there.
I love it. All right. That's a great answer. Okay. Let's get into the fun stuff here. You are celebrating a special occasion. Big night, something that you really want to kind of show out for. Where are you going to eat?
It's a tough one. I'm not really a celebratory guy. I stay home. I mean, I really just go for the food.
Yeah.
But honestly, Grace by Neo is really unexpectedly good. Like, I heard a lot of people shit on it. And when I went, I thought it was great.
Yeah. Did you
So
go for the music?
I went just for the whole,
Yeah.
we went on a little double date. Me,
Cool.
my girl, my boy, and his friend, his girl. And I thought it was great. The live atmosphere, the live music, the atmosphere, the food was great, the drinks were great. So that's a good, like, little,
I
Go out and
agree.
celebrate kind of spot. You're in the seaport too.
Yeah, I agree. My wife and I went. We didn't eat, but we went for like it was like a later thing. We went for a drink, and there was every one of those tables was packed. The music was good. It was like there's not a lot of places like that here.
Yeah, I know there's Marielle, which a lot of people rave about.
Yeah.
I've only been for a drink. I never ate there. Ruka, another one, like that whole restaurant group.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Moo, it's not really like a cellar. It's not like a live atmosphere, but I think it's the best steakhouse in Boston.
Yeah.
It's expensive as shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking good.
It's good.
I took my girl there for our anniversary. So I guess that's one of the celebratory spots for me.
That's a good answer. What's your steak of choice?
Ribeye.
Yeah, same.
Bone in.
So bone in. All right. All right. All right. Here's another one, kind of same theme, which is, what is your death row Boston, Massachusetts meal?
It changes up a lot.
Yeah.
Put my mother's meatballs up there.
Okay.
But honestly, Umberto's rice ball,
Yeah.
the arancini. I don't think you could get a better one in the world. I've never been to Sicily, but I'd be surprised if you find a better one out there.
Yeah.
Umberto's is incredible. But Figaro's, their Sonny Corleone wrap, my favorite sandwich in Boston.
Okay.
And Coriano's in Alston.
Yeah.
Their rice bowl's insane. So my death row meal's always changing up.
Yeah.
There's
Good.
too many to pick from.
Yeah.
I just tell them, get me a little bit from everything.
Yeah. Send the prison guards out. That's a great. That is a
Send
great.
them on a scavenger hunt.
That is a great answer. Umberto's has come up a few times here. It's
It's the best. You ever been?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's
You'll sit in the back of the line. You'll watch 14 trays of pizza come out.
Yeah.
The amount of pizzas they sell, everything. They're just steady pumping them out all day.
I think it's such a cool little spot. It's just
Unfortunately, they're gonna eventually be, they're gonna be out. They're getting older. I don't
Yeah.
think they have kids. They're gonna eventually move out, sell the spot, whatever. So get all the arancinis you can right now.
yeah. Okay. Here is another similar question, which is, if you had, and this is a little different, I think, which is, if you had to craft your perfect day of eating, so a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner. It's Saturday. You don't have to shoot any content. You're just going for the meal. And what is your sort of perfect 3-meal crafted day?
Like restaurant-wise?
Yeah.
For breakfast, Miss Worcester Diner is probably up there with the best. I went up there. That video almost hit 1 million. I don't know how, but
People love
the
diners,
breakfast
man.
was amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. It's like one of the old Worcester lunch cars. I love those old diners.
I agree.
I love like anything 50s, 60s looking retro stuff.
I
It
agree.
all had character back in the day.
Yeah.
Everything nowadays is so corporate and
Looks-
bland looking and
Yeah.
no fun in anything.
Yeah.
But Miss Worcester Diner, Michael's Bridge Diner in Lancaster was really good. And he's got taxidermy all over the place. It's cool. They got like 12-foot bears in the back room. It's crazy. So probably one of those for breakfast.
Yep.
For lunch, Figaro's.
Yep.
It's my favorite lunch in Boston. Their sandwiches, you can't beat them. And then for dinner, it's probably it has to be either between 9 Down, Carmelina's, or Via Canucha.
All right.
And then for dessert, I might go to Dara Fiki's in Haverhill. I just went there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I saw that video
Just
recently.
posted the video.
Yeah.
Well, his desserts were insane. I had a croissant that was this fat.
It's like pastries and croissant.
Yeah, I
kinda
mean, he does
stuff.
like sandwiches and everything too, Moroccan with a little French to it. But his pastries were amazing.
All right.
I only went for the pastries. I'll have to try the sandwiches next time.
Yeah. What that's a good transition to because I'm also I like half moons. I have a sweet tooth for those specifically. Do you have I know you've been trying them. Do you have a favorite location so far for half moons?
I think I have Modern Pastry as my number one.
Yeah.
But Royals right around the corner.
Yeah, right here, yeah.
They had a really good one.
Yeah.
It was really good. Jay Pauchi has a really good one. You know, I just randomly posted a half moon one day and it like blew up for some reason.
Yeah.
So I just started doing more and more.
I mean, I have no idea. My dad used to always come home with them when I was a kid. So I have like this very, I love them, but they're not that common, right? You don't see them at
They're really not. I think it's more like New England. Because like outside of New England, it's the black and white cookie.
Yeah.
It's like a sugar cookie and
Right.
it's not as good.
That's what they call it. It's not cakey, right? In like New York.
That's what the difference is.
Yeah,
The half moon's cake bottom, the cookie,
Yeah.
the black and white is the cookie bottom.
Yeah, I wonder if it was. I don't know if they came from Italian like bakeries, but
I
that's
think
where
the
my
first one was made in New York, and it actually is a cake bottom. And then people started. I'm not 100% on it, but I've done some history research on
yeah.
it. I think the first one was a cake bottom, and then they started doing the cookies, and I don't know why the cake bottoms are like more of a Boston thing.
Yeah.
Because even when I was in Connecticut, like I didn't see any half moons.
Here's another question that I've been asking people that I think is, I love where people go with this, which is, do you think there's a type of cuisine done here that is kind of under the radar, that's maybe not getting the credit that it deserves? You know, I think we talk a lot about seafood and Italian food, but you know,
Cambodian.
Yeah. Go up to Lowell.
I've only been to one spot, but like my followers talk a lot. I mean, Cambodia is like Lowell has like I think the second or third biggest Cambodian community in the country.
Yeah.
Like next to Long Beach.
Yeah.
So we're definitely underrated for Cambodia. No one around here is talking about Lowell and their Cambodian food.
Yeah.
Maybe they're afraid to go to Lowell. I don't know. But, I mean.
Yeah.
Cambodian food definitely underrated.
I agree. What restaurant? There's a couple up there that I think are really well reviewed.
I've only been to Red Rose. I have a few other on my list.
That's like is that the main like?
No, I think simply Khmer. I don't know how to say the word.
Yeah.
I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Cambodian. I've only been to the one spot, but I went to Red Rose. I had a few recommendations. Red Rose was one of them, so I just went there first randomly.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
What I got, the Cambodians, they said I did not get the right shit. So the next time I go, I'm actually going to go with one of my followers who was talking some shit in the comments. I said, all right, bro, then I'm taking you all with me and you're going to show me what to get.
I think that's smart, right? It's like, I think just give me what's good, right? Like, don't.
But aside from that, I think honestly, like everything is great out here. Like I think we have great Mexican food. I think we have great Italian food. Seafood is the best in the world. I mean, I think the lobsters and mussels and everything that comes from the Atlantic Ocean is the best. What we do lack, I think, is Southern cuisine, obviously. But it's comfort food and barbecue and all that, we don't really have the greatest.
Yeah.
That's what we really lack up here.
I agree. There's a couple of like chain barbecue places, right? But
the Rusty Can's the best, I think, as far as I've been.
Yeah, where is that?
Byfield.
Yeah, I see that sign on the highway.
It's incredible.
Yeah, Rusty Can and Byfield. What do they have? Anything that's like they're known for? It's just all good.
Everything is great, but what I usually get, I've been 3 times. I've gotten something different every time, but the brisket bomb.
Yeah.
The thing was like this fat. I got it as an appetizer because I like to eat a lot, so I like to try everything.
The brisket bomb appetizer.
I split it. I got the nachos, which were probably the size of this table, loaded with fucking pulled pork, and then I got the brisket bomb, and then I got a pork belly pastrami. I had the meat sweats. I was dying. It was worth it.
That is. Yeah, you're gonna have to take a walk after that one.
I went right to bed.
All right, Rusty Can and Byfield. I'm making mental notes of all
I'll write them all down for you too.
All these places. I do appreciate you do a really good job of I think at the end of every month, right? You capture your favorites from the month
do a
before.
top 10.
Yeah, I think that's great because I mean, speaking for myself, like you spend 30 minutes on Instagram, like you're kind of inundated with stuff sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like to do those snapshots. I again speaking for myself, but I appreciate
people love it.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot. I post every day, so I don't expect every one of my followers to see every one of my videos.
Right,
you know,
right.
I post a lot.
Right. All right. Here's another one, which is the way I phrased it was a best meal under $20, but like you've already kind of talked about I think that place Jack's in
yeah.
But like, do you have your favorite budget meal?
Probably Tipico in Lynn.
Yeah, Dominican food. Yeah.
You go there and you spend like $15. You got enough food for the day.
Yeah.
Or Market Basket.
Oh, yeah.
Market Basket's a great budget meal. $6 steak and cheese.
That's
no one knows about it. I feel like I don't know why, but Market Basket's great.
It's funny when we had Tommy on. He was talking about sandwiches and donuts and everything, and like the top comments were like, "Go to Market Basket." People love the donuts. They love the sandwiches.
Tommy loves the donuts.
He's a big donut guy.
Yeah, big donut guy.
We talked about
I can't do the donuts like that. They just sit in my stomach like crazy. But Market Baskets don't. They're like light. I don't know. Like if I have a Cane's donut, half a donut will be in my stomach all day. I'll feel like shit.
Yeah.
It is amazing, but I can't do it.
All right. It's funny. I'm asking all these questions out of order, which is you got me excited, man. All right. So these are just a couple favorites. So we talked about Ida's in Burlington. Do you have a favorite local pizza place?
Yeah. Closest to me, Square Deli.
That's mine. I love that.
Yeah, Square Deli's amazing.
Really
Chris
good.
is a really good dude.
That's like my closest to my house, like pizza place that I get.
Chris is the man, and his sandwiches are great too.
Yeah.
But that pizza was wow. It was insane. Even
I-
cold, it was amazing.
I agree. I think it's really good.
He's up there with the best. Luigi's is my hometown pizza joint. I love Luigi's. Blue Square in Hopkinton. It's not really too local, but that pizza was insane. He does 5 styles now too.
What is that like? Is it thin? Like the
Blue
pizza?
Square?
Yeah.
Well, he has a Chicago cracker thing, which is like this thin. Then he does a New York style, a Grandma style, a Detroit style, and a New Haven style.
Oh wow.
And all sourdough. And it's fucking amazing.
And it's all good.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
When I went, he wasn't doing the New Haven yet, so I got to go back there and try that. But everything else was incredible.
All right, I gotta go there. Hopkinton?
Yeah, it's a ride.
Yeah, I'm going to Hopkinton.
A lot of people went there for me. So
Yeah. Well,
they were all impressed.
All right, that's a great recommendation. All right, another one just on this kind of item hit list. Do you have a favorite burger?
The Sin Burger at the Blue Ox is up there.
Yeah.
The Gordon Ramsay burger was really good.
At his
What the one in Faneuil Hall?
What's the name of the? Is it just
I think it's just called Gordon Ramsay Burger.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah, that was good. Like I said, Five Guys.
Yeah, Five
It's
Guys.
honestly great.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
I
And honestly, there was there in Providence, Rhode Island.
They're there.
That was a really good burger. I got the special one. It came with an au jus. You dip it in it.
Yeah.
Fucking incredible.
Do you go to Providence? People always are commenting like
Providence is a really good food scene. And
Yeah.
I've only been 2 times. I did 3 videos. All 3 of them really kind of blew up. But I'm gonna go back there. Hopefully this weekend, if not the next weekend.
yeah.
You know, it's really not even that far of a drive.
No,
it's like a
it's-
50-minute drive.
It's close. People are in when we talk about stuff outside of Boston, in the rest of New England, the amount of comments about places from Providence it's I would say easily the most referenced, even more so than Portland, Maine, which is a lot.
Yeah.
People love the food there and they're so proud of it. The people from there are like incredibly proud, which I get, right? It doesn't get a lot of attention.
Yeah.
It doesn't get a lot of notoriety. So like, yeah, they should be proud, right? So it has been on my list of like, I think it's exactly what you're saying. Like, I got to spend a little bit more time there.
I went to Nick's on Broadway in Providence the last time I went. Amazing.
And
Everything.
They do have, I think, a lot of Italian food, right? Like that's kind of the places, at least again in my comments that people are referencing are often Italian food.
There's a Chinese spot out there that was ranked number 2 on Yelp in the whole country, I guess.
Jeez.
But like I said, I don't really feed into the awards on any kind of James Beard, Zagat, any of that shit.
Yeah, right.
I don't feed into it. I listen to my followers, not the lists.
The politics. Right?
But I bet it is good though. I've already talked to the guy. He wants me to come down, so we're gonna
Nice.
go do a little collab down there soon enough.
That's awesome. All right, final other item, because it's come up a couple times. Actually, no, I got 2 for you. I lied. So one item that has come up a few times here, and I talked about it with Tommy too, which is, so you mentioned your favorite sandwich. Do you have a favorite Italian sandwich? Are you an Italian sandwich fan, I guess?
I am. I mean, who isn't? But I'm not like it's not really my go-to.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But I really don't even know because I don't really get them that often. I grew up off of Newdale.
Yeah.
The Bambino was my favorite growing up. It was just an Italian with chicken cutlet and roasted peppers.
Yeah.
So maybe that. Actually, no, Durham and Lynn.
Okay.
Makes an incredible Italian.
Durham.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't let Lynn scare you. It's on the good part of Lynn. They making a hell of a sandwich. Same owner for my La Familia Giorgio's in the North End.
Okay.
So it's like they make their own bread. They do everything in-house. The sandwich was amazing. Big too. It's like that fat.
Great. I have not even heard of that. So
Yeah.
I
When
appreciate that.
me and Tommy are supposed to do another video, he brought me to Sunny Girl. We did a little breakfast joint. I'm supposed to bring him somewhere. I think Durham is the spot I'm going to take him.
Yeah.
So we'll see. When he gets back from vacation, we're going to do something.
Good. He had a lot of sandwich wrecks. Guy likes sandwiches.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Who doesn't, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Final item, which is local too. Your favorite steak tips.
Champions.
Yeah. That's
But that's like the...
that's the iconic one,
yeah,
right?
that's what everyone says. If
Yeah.
I have to choose something else, I'm going Lazy Dog.
Where's that?
Lynn.
All right.
Big Lynn guy. Lynn got a lot of good food.
Lynn is the steak tip capital of Massachusetts.
Is it?
I don't know.
According to call it that.
Yeah.
Lazy Dog's amazing.
Lazy Dog steak tips.
Yeah, Lazy Dog. It's a sports bar.
Yeah.
But they got their wings are really good. Their
Yeah.
tips are incredible. They're right up there with champions, I think. And Floramos too, but they've been like up and down.
Yeah.
With like closing restaurants and shit. But I guess they're opening back up on Revere Beach, so hopefully they're there to stay. Because Floramos was always one of my favorites growing up.
I love it. These are great recommendations.
A lot of people say Newbridge for the steak tips. I don't think it's that good anymore.
You know what I appreciate about this conversation is that when people come in and they give recommendations, I've almost always not only heard of but been to the place. You are opening my eyes to all of these places. So I want to pause and thank you because I think you have brought depth here that we've been looking for. So
that's what I do.
Yeah, so we appreciate that. These recommendations are fantastic. All right, and so kind of in what I'd like to talk about, just kind of here at the end is what I think we covered kind of where you started from and how you got here, and I'd love to talk about like where do you see this going? I mean, we talked about finding some partnerships, right? Some brand deals, and like where are you excited to take this year and next year and beyond?
Well, this summer alone, I'm just trying to get a website, an app, merchandise. That's my goal for the summer.
Yeah.
I would love to start doing food fests.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would be awesome. End goal, being on like having my own like travel channel type of thing, like Anthony Bourdain type of shit.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah.
Travel around the world for free and eat and get paid and famous. It's better than that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I feel like when I do my food stuff, I'm a lot more personable than other food bloggers.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I just keep doing what I'm doing and just keep hitting different areas because now I'm starting to do Providence and go to Burlington and go up to Maine and Connecticut, and I'm getting followers from all over because before I was just sticking in the North Shore.
Yeah.
So the more I travel, the more followers I'll get, and I guess we'll just see what happens.
Yeah. I love it.
I'm still at work every day, so it's not like I'm putting everything that I have gambling on this,
Yeah.
I'm just doing this as a side gig for right now.
No, I love that. And I think that's right? It's like you can't there's like a expression in business, right, which is like own your backyard, right? Which is like, if you have a restaurant and you want to be franchised all over the place, you can't do that until everyone in your town thinks you're the best, right? Yeah. And so it's like I think you've done a really, really good job of like owning your backyard because I think that's incredibly important, right? And then now that's kind of that box is checked, I think your process is like right on the money, and I think you're just your output is incredible. Your consistency is I would say second to none, and just I think you're doing all the right things. I'm excited to kind of see how he keeps going, and hopefully you have we'll come back here in a year or so, and you have your own show or whatever it is, and
hopefully
we'll say we remember back.
Just keep
back
going. Little by little.
That's right, man. All right, Michael, thank you so much for coming in here. Appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
This was a great conversation, and please come back anytime, and we'll make sure to hit all these spots.
Absolutely.
All right. Right on, man.
Pleasure. Let's see.
Cool.